Being overweight is hard. Being fit is hard. Being financially stable can be hard. But being broke and in debt can be hard. So which hard are you going to choose? Hey there, I'm Dina, and welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to talk about the subject of choosing your hard. You know, we often find ourselves not choosing between easy and hard, but between two different hard decisions. So which hard are you going to choose? Choosing your hard is you deciding between two different experiences, two different versions of yourself. Even if losing weight is hard or getting financially stable is hard, don't the benefits far outweigh the effort it takes to get there? Your life can be difficult by not changing. You probably think it's easier to just stay the same, but just stop and think about that for a second. For example, if you're overweight, isn't your life already hard? Isn't it hard just to stay the same? Maybe it's difficult for you to get around and move around throughout your day, or you find yourself exhausted and tired, or you're missing out on opportunities in life because you don't feel good about yourself. If you're living in a body that doesn't feel optimal, isn't that harder than pushing yourself to get fit, to feel healthy and strong, and to live the best version of you? So next, I'm going to be giving you 5 tips on how you can choose the hard with the most benefits. But first, I want you to sit down and have an honest conversation with yourself. Ask yourself, which hard am I currently choosing? And which life do I really want to experience? All right, so my first tip is to identify your goals. Decide what you want to achieve in the long term. Be honest with yourself and really work on identifying what it is you're truly desiring in your heart. What do you want to achieve long term? What life do you want to experience? Write that goal down and be clear and precise with it. So my second tip is to look at the consequences of each choice. Ask yourself, what are the risks if I don't change? If you stay the same, what are the long-term implications? So if you're overweight, what are the long-term risks and implications that can happen if you stay the same? Or if you're financially in debt, what are the long-term risks? What could happen to you? Be honest about choosing to stay the same. So my third tip is to make it real. Visualize both decisions. Visualize your life if you stayed the same, and then visualize your life if you changed, if you chose the other way of living, you chose the other hard. I would suggest you really visualize, make it a vivid picture. You know, what is your life gonna look like 10, 20, 30 years from now if you stay the same? What does that future look like for you? And then what does it look like if you were to change? If you were to choose that hard that had the more benefits? How is your life going to look different? How are you setting up your future? So my fourth tip is to change your perspective. Change how you see the hard work. I would suggest coming up with a mantra every time it feels so hard. So if your goal is to get fit and you're tired and you don't want to get up and go for that walk, say to yourself, this 10-minute walk is invigorating. This is going to make me unstoppable. Find a mantra that works for you and use it to motivate yourself. Use it to remind yourself of which hard you're choosing. So my fifth and final tip is every choice counts. Every step you take matters. Think of a stonecutter hammering at a rock. He's not going to split that rock in two on the first try. It could take 100 tries before he finally splits it in two. But it's not that last hit that makes it break in half. It's every little hit he had before that. And it's the same with your goals. Every step and every choice you make matters. So remind yourself of that when you're struggling, that one day to get up and go to the gym, or that one day to stay disciplined with your budget. Every step counts and every choice matters. All right, so here's your recap of my 5 tips to choosing the hard with the most benefits. Number 1 is identifying your goals. Make sure you're identifying what it is you're really wanting. Be honest with yourself. Which life experience are you truly desiring? Number 2 is look at the consequences of each choice. What are the risks? What are the benefits? Make sure you look long term and really analyze if you staying the same or you changing is what you really want. And my third tip is make it real. Visualize and picture both scenarios. What is your future going to look like if you stay the same? And what is your future going to look like if you choose that hard with the most benefits? How will each choice look in 20, 30 years from now? And which one would you rather experience? So my fourth tip is to change your perspective. Change how you see that hard work. Come up with a mantra and repeat it every time it feels hard, and use it to push yourself towards the decision that you're really wanting to experience. And the fifth tip is every choice counts. Every step you take matters. It doesn't happen overnight. It's every little thing adding up together. So remind yourself of that. It's not going to be easy, but every choice you make counts. All right, so I'm going to leave you today with a quote from Jim Rohn, and it goes like this. We all must suffer one of two things, the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. The difference is discipline weighs ounces, while regret weighs tons. I feel like that's a pretty great quote when you're talking about choosing your hard. Do you want to choose the hard route of discipline to getting what you really want? Or do you want to choose the path of regret and wishing you had made changes? All right, thank you so much for watching this video. I truly appreciate it as always. And I hope that you were honest while watching this video today. Honest with yourself. Which hard do you want to choose? I hope you know that answer now. Do you want to stay the same and stay on the path you've been on? What's comfortable? Or do you want to change? Choose the route that's going to benefit you the most.